What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys. Well, another market watch today. You like my tan? Look at do pools for a season. That's a tan you're gonna get. Listen, I just want to say the state of Yu-Gi-Oh is in a weird place right now. Konami or Komoney. I used to hate when people used to say Komoney. It used to annoy me because everyone would go Komoney, and I'd be like, dude, stop. I mean, they work hard. Blah, blah. Now it's like, fuck yeah, it's Komoney. Like, God. We'll talk about that in a second. Before I begin, I just want to say, guys, make sure to go to my website, YuGiOh YGOPaisano.com. I have the best field centers you've ever seen in your entire life, hands down, on my website. All their shit with tracking. Go ahead and get yourself a field center. These are the best, highest quality field centers you will see. We'll click on a random one. Let's get the one with the titties. This one here, the quality's unmatched. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is CR quality. It feels like collector's rare. You can see actually right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Go on the website, check it out. Once again, it's YuGiOhPaisano.com. Links down below in the description. Let's go on to say the game for Yu-Gi-Oh! As far as the market, because for years I've always said there's always a good time to buy into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market. And for years, I mean, the way the market is, you're constantly being vindicated because when you look at the market, there's always cards that have good value, that hold good value. Well, lately, Konami's been making that a lot harder. Konami has been insanely greedy. And we're going to put a pin on Duelist Nexus for 2 seconds because if you guys have not forgotten, Legend of Blizz White Dragon original print booster boxes are crazy money. I mean, this is an unlimited booster box selling on Troll and Toad. Right now, you can buy it for $5,000. You can buy packs, and the packs even are worth as low as 28, 140 bucks. I mean, these are very expensive packs, and why? Because you have a chance to crack open something that came out a very long time ago. More than a majority of the players playing the game were even born, and you have a chance to get not only getting that history, but getting an original print version of a card that goes for a good amount of money. Well, kinda. You see, Konami recently reprinted LOB, and these $5,000 booster boxes aren't really worth it anymore. I mean, a lot of these cards are going to get reprinted from OG sets, meaning more than likely Konami's going to come back and reprint a bunch more cards. I think this is the beginning of Konami going ahead and making more value in this game for themselves. 25th anniversary, everything's 25th anniversary, by the way. If you notice that? So when you hear the words from Konami 25th anniversary, just get ready, okay? Get the fucking Vaseline ready. Lube that shit up in your ass, because Konami's about to fuck you up your ass if you're a collector in this game. With that said, there's still a time to buy in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not lying to you. I think it's a great time to buy. And we'll talk about cards that are actually good to buy right now, despite the fact that Konami keeps doing stupid shit like this, which kills the value, their own value. They kill the secondary market, so why do people really want to buy older cards? Because it doesn't really matter. Well, it kind of does. Before I get to that point, though, which is a huge part of this video, I just want to talk about Duelist Nexus and quarter-century Secret Rares, because I'll be honest with you, I don't mind these, but I do mind these. Let me explain. These, to me, are the ultimate rares. Back in the day, you used to be able to get ultimate rares, now you get quarter-century rares. I don't even care if we go to next year, and instead of saying 25th anniversary, because that's a lie, just say quarter-century Secret Rares. That, to me, is fine. But you can't take that and contrast that with Starlight rares, Konami. I think you should, here's my crazy opinion, give us ultimate rares, ghost rares, but don't give us bullshit, fake Starlight rares with real Starlight rares. It doesn't feel correct. I don't know, something about that doesn't sit well with me. With that said, I don't mind these though, but you can't have both. Anyway, looking into Duelist Nexus as far as core century secret rares, the values of the majority of these have tanked heavily. And the craziest part is these are meta relevant cards. Like, people are playing Ultigeist right now, and their core century secret rare is $32. People are playing it for Nobles, and Angelica's 48. Almas is 30. Like, people are even expensive ones like Revolution Synchron is 150, which is a lot, I guess, but the problem is the odds of pulling it because you threw so many core century rares in there are drastically low. The highest secret rare is Revolution Synchron, but that card's going down in value despite the fact that it's a good card but not seeing as much play. Booster boxes of Duelist Nexus are selling underpriced right now. And once again, like I said, you're probably going V. You said there's going to be cards to buy in here. There are. I'll get to that in a second. But once again, Chimera, King of the Phantom Beast, is the actual card that actually does see play in meta-relevant decks. Crimson Dragon's not a bad card. Once again, Dark Quarter, really $10. Like, the values of Duelist Nexus to me makes no sense. I told everybody to stay away from the set. There are great singles to buy. I think if you're playing branded, you could definitely buy Chimera. You can buy those cards. They're great singles to go after, but don't ever buy sealed booster boxes. I've been talking about that forever. forever. You go ahead and pack a Duelist next, which I don't recommend you should do, but it packs $250, despite the fact that Konami made the price a little over $4, $4 and change now. So once again, I do think there's great value in core sets, but snipe core sets, never buy them. Now let's get to the point of the video. You're saying, well, V, okay, so I can't buy core sets. The core set and secret rares are not bad, but there's too many of them, so the value is more than likely going to drop on all of them because there's too much of something, and everyone has it. It doesn't become unique and valuable. That's true. And number 3, older sets are good to buy, but if Konami keeps reprinting older sets, is it good to buy? And the answer is yes and no. Once again, like I said, with LOB, yes, the 25th anniversary Legend of Blue Eyes boxes are definitely not good. With that said, the value of original print cards like Polymerization First Edition, OG print, is still holding good value. And I think those cards will still maintain a great value because they are the original fundamental set of Yu-Gi-Oh! Whereas 25th is seen more as a knockoff set. I don't think it's bad, by the way. I think it's cool to open. It's really cool to reopen a Polymerization at a LOB, but it's not going to say Polymerization at a LOB as the original print. Now, I'm not sure if I put any markers. I would imagine they did. The 25th thing over here, I imagine they had that somewhere in there, but once again, this is cool, but it doesn't really mean anything. All right, so what's the best thing to buy right now? Well, there's several things you could get right now if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player that wants to maintain great value. Number 1 has always been deck cores. Deck cores like Sky Strikers, which you could argue that you like them or you don't like them. One thing's for sure, the chart in Sky Strikers is fucking bananas. It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, has a diehard community, and Sky Strikers max rarity is probably the prettiest looking thing on this planet. I would say Light Storm max rarity is better, but still, looks amazing. Sky Striker Ace Ray Ultimate Red OTS Tournament Pack 20, really hard to get set, has been declining actually. It was roughly around $45 not long ago, and now it's roughly around $21 a copy. This is something I definitely recommend you keep an eye on. If you want to get max rarity strikers, I'm not going to even talk about the extra deck, but like Rose used to be $309. Now it's $214. These cards are taking a value because Yu-Gi-Oh players are running to the new rarity. They're dumping the old rarity, which actually maintains good value, and they're running the new rarity, which has been overprinted. Don't be that guy. Be smart. Buy your deck cores. Hold them down, get them ready, and put them to the side. I have tons of deck cores, and I'm slowly getting max rarity ones. I'm only 1 Rose away from strikers being done, and then I'm going to work on my next deck core, and I'm not going to tell you guys it because I tell you guys on camera, then I go on TC Player and those cards spike. Fuck out of here. I'm almost done with strikers, that's it, but I'm almost done my next deck core. I'll make a mention to you guys, but I'll tell you right now, I think there are a lot of great deck cores to buy still. Another card that you want to pick up, by the way, this has nothing to do with anything, but is Harveys Featherstorm. This card actually, listen, not Harpies. Flunderies have shown a lot of play recently. Two first place finishes this past weekend. Like them or not, it doesn't really matter. You know, a lot of people like to do this thing where they go, I don't like that deck, it's unhonorable. Bro, even fucking Noble Knights isn't honorable. Remember the hand rip? Like, there's no honor in Yu-Gi-Oh as far as like the honorable deck. You could play a tier 4 deck or a tier 1 deck. At the end of the day, whoever won, whoever won. Realistically, I keep saying Harpies. Flunderies is one of those decks that's been winning consistently. Well, this past weekend at least. So we gotta keep an eye on that. But this is the most expensive card in Flunderies as well. So it's also a really inexpensive deck, minus your prosperities, but pretty good card. All right, going back into it. So once again, going back to the core century rares, I still think these are good value. But the question is this what you really want to buy? And let me explain. I do think that there's some great decks. If you want to get a max rarity deck, do you need core centuries? Probably not, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of max rarity. I have a lot of max rarity decks. I don't own a single core century, and I don't intend to. And it's not because I hate core century rares. I don't. I think they're great. But why give us core century rares and then give us Starlight rares? It's not. I'm just not crazy about it. With that said, though, I will say they don't look terrible. Like, Core Century Lady Libra looks gorgeous. It just does. But is it worth it? I don't know. Comment down below and know everything about this, by the way. I'm in a bit of a pickle. With that said, though, do the values of Core Century rares mimic the value of Starlight rares? Fuck no. Ivy Masquerade Core Century Red at Bow's Legends Popular Revenge spiked to roughly around almost near $300. That value is now plummeted to $164 for quarter century Ivy Masquerena. Looking over at Starlight Rare Ivy Masquerena, which I know this one's Starlight Rare. No, not that one. No, that one. No, the gold letterings. It's not Starlight. It's almost Starlight. Not gold letterings. It's Starlight. Anyway, this version though, which did go down in value, is hitting $1,400. You can get one right now for roughly around $770. You get a bunch of foreign ones. I don't recommend it. It's not good value. Then you can turn around, and then after that one's sold, by the way, which will more than likely sell eventually, it goes back up to $1,000. So Ivory Masquerade is actually going up more in value as opposed to its Corsair Secret Rare counterpoint. I'm going to make more videos moving past this, by the way. I just really want to hit this up because this is very interesting to look at, a fake versus a real, even though I think this looks really good still. Like, I'll be honest with you, I wish this was Starlight Rare and this was Core Century, because the art, look at like the detail, there's more ink in it, and there's more ink, it looks nice in my opinion. Anyway, other cards though, like Harveys Featherstorm TP8 is still really good value. This is something that if you bought and held, you're pretty happy with, because even if Konami made a high rarity version, an ultra rare, secret rare, Core Century rare, collector's rare, whatever, ultimate, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really matter because this is the original print hard to find version, and it will hold good value. $740 for this card, by the way, for Harveys Featherstorm. Now, it's not gonna be $740 if there's a reprint. That's going out there. It will lose value, but it will ultimately maintain value despite getting a reprint. And we can kind of see something like this with Deep Sea Diva, where Konami said, you know what, we're gonna reprint it as a super rare and an ultra rare. That's fine. The values of Turtle Pack 4 Deep Sea Diva had went down for a while, and now they're actually starting to come back up. Deep Sea Diva right now is roughly around $112, when not too long ago, we can go back more. It was saying 105, but it was a lot less than that. It went a lot. It was like, I think at one point you get these for like 60s, 70s, but they're starting to go back up more in value, despite the fact it has an even higher rarity reprint and an equal rarity being another super rare coming out of whatever that set was called. There it is, OTS 1 Pack 3, which is $1. So once again, I want to make sure that you guys understand that there is great value in older cards, despite some of those reprints. Another card is Elemental Hero Stratos. Hero players, listen up. Elemental Hero Stratos Ultimate Rare OTS Tournament Pack 9 has been going down. You go 6 months, it's going down. You even go to a year, it's been going down. This card going down is roughly, so $121, we'll say, okay? $121, it's been going down, as opposed to the Starlight Rare version, which has been increasing, right? You're probably going, V, why are you showing me this? Like, why does this matter? Well, unless you guys have been following the trend and the prices of Elemental Hero Stratos, when this card first came out of OTS 1 Pack 9, it wasn't this much money. It was a lot cheaper. It's been slowly increasing, despite the fact that it debuted as the highest rarity. Stratos Starlight Rare has also been increasing. You can see over here, once again, it went down and then shot back up again. Why? Heroes, I mean, there's a small community. Well, there's a community, but no one hero players dropping max rarity heroes. Like, you're not seeing those players pop up every left and right. That's like a star being born, and they do happen. It's just insanely rare. As far as, though, the valuation of Stratos, Starlight Rare, and Ultimate Rare, what I'm trying to show you is the fact that even though there's a max rarity, ideally it should be Starlight Rare, the Ultimate Rare still holds good value, meaning that if you don't have the max rarity version, but you have the second highest rarity version, there's still value there. Hero players, by the way, a little fun fact, the remote dual mat, it says it was $79. Yeah, those things that went up in value. They're almost $100 each for these Strauss remote dual mats. The Field Center, forever it was $75. It said it went down in value, but that bitch is roughly around $81. Hero players are giving you guys a heads up. You gotta get your shit together. If you don't have these, get these before you do anything else. All right. Then let's talk about like other cards like Starlight Rare, Stardust Dragon. Now here you're going, well, V, this is a money card. I mean, it went up, went down, and for the most part, it stabilized. For the most part, right? For the most part, yeah. You know what? The value of this card is actually roughly around $600. Even though, despite the fact that it was like a lot more, it had a huge spike to $700. Nevertheless, this is a relatively nice version of Stardust Dragon. But you know what beats this every single time? Ghost Rare Stardust Dragon at Duelist Genesis. Ghost Rare Stardust Dragon at Duelist Genesis is almost near $1,500, meaning that even though, once again, this is a great version, I think this is a great version, and you're almost kind of seeing how it is. Like, I think this is, the Starlight Rare can go up higher. The Ghost Rare actually maintains great value still. So once again, I want to let you guys know, if you do have the Starlight Rare, don't sell those. Those are great value. But you have the Ghost Rare, you have the best value. And look at this. I mean, the price chart, I mean, it had a little, someone probably tried to sell a foreign version for low, but for the most part, it's been pretty up there, and I wouldn't be surprised, even if Konami was to reprint Duelist Genesis, even if Konami was to make the Stardust Dragon Ghost Rare available in Duelist Genesis, even if they was to do that because they're lazy and uninventive, and they use your shops overpriced, and they have a lot of issues because evidently Konami doesn't know how to manage money correctly, even though that's all happening with Konami, I still think the original print first edition Star Dragon holds the best value. And even if they reprinted it, it wouldn't really matter, because the question is, do you have the original or do you have the other version? As for Starlight Rare, this might go down a little bit, but once again, I think it would also keep up afterwards. I do think there's a lot of great value still in the market. I think the most value right now remains within deck cores. The newer deck cores, I would say be careful about. The older deck cores, I would definitely recommend you to keep an eye on. The way Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, meta games have been progressing, what we're seeing is older deck cores get support that makes those card prices rise. For newer deck cores, don't get me wrong, there's always support around the corner, and that's true. But once that flame's burnt out, you're not getting back in line with the older deck cores. You have to wait until you get new support. So I would always recommend try to pick up or keep an eye on for older deck cores. There's a lot of really inexpensive older deck cores. I talk about them constantly on this channel, guys. I think there's a lot of value in this game still. It's just you got to really be careful on what you buy. Do not buy the new bullshit thinking that's going to be, oh, it's going to go up in value, because even though it just came out, and booster boxes are selling under value, even with the stores pay for them, there's somehow value here. No, a lot of these values have went down heavily. Magicians of Bonds and Unity, I would imagine is because it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. Collectors like Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards from the TV show and shit like that. It's probably what I would imagine. Once again, I don't really know about that or care about that, but what I'm trying to point out to you guys is that the values of these are nice, and I definitely think they look nice. Like, if I was a builder for Nobles, this Angelica right here looks gorgeous. For 48 bucks, that's a steal. Why would I buy a booster box? Why would I buy fucking goofy packs? I mean, regular Angelica's $1, but this version looks infinitely better than an Ultra Rare Angelica. So I totally get it for those that do own the Core Century Secret Rares. This is an upgrade. What I'm trying to say is, even though it's the best out of the situation, doesn't mean that Duelist Nexus is a good set. It's really not that good of a set, to be straight up with you. I think Duelist Nexus is a decent set. Take away all the Core Century bonus chaser bullshit that Konami threw in here. If this set came out as is, you know, maybe Starlight Revolution Synchrons, maybe the Starlight Rares always hold good value, but the highest secret rare is $45. After that highest secret rare being $45, the next highest card value-wise for a secret rare is, well, Ultra Rare $23 is definitely good, but $10 fucking dollars, like, it's a joke and a bad one. So I don't think Duelist Nexus is a really good set. I think it's a great chaser set, but chaser sets don't really work in Yu-Gi-Oh! For the long term. They only go for the short term. Konami knows this, by the way. This want to juice you today because they want to get you again tomorrow. I do think with the release of the Megatins coming out, there's a lot of great value. Me personally, I'm really excited about the Megatins because I don't own a lot of those cards, so I have a chance to get those cards on the cheap, which is great. A lot of great revenue boosts, which is great. Konami's gonna be able to eat again, which is great for them, so don't leave us the fuck alone. And then we can get back into talking about what's happening in the next core sets and subsets. And I can't wait to next year when 25th anniversary Core Century Secret Rares just become quarter secret rares, because that's basically what they are. Anyway, Paisans, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. I'm going to be talking more videos. I know I've been all over the place. Look at that insane tan. Look at that insane tan. Like, God. Once pool season slows down, I'm going to be able to do more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I'm going to be streaming more, doing more deck profiles. I've been buying cards nonstop. I'll give you a good example. Tonight, I spent $400 on cards. Not going to tell you what they are yet, but I will do more videos coming up in the future. I have some cool ideas for content, and like I said, I'm going to be streaming as well, so definitely keep an eye out for that. That's going to be happening next couple of months, probably about 2-3 months at most. So I'm going to be doing that more regularly, and I really appreciate you guys come over, hang out, talk some Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk about decks that are good, talk about decks that are bad, talk about what cards you're buying and what cards you're selling. And to be honest with you, I don't think at this point, everything's so crazy up in the air the way Konami is just reprinting everything. I don't think there's any wrong answers. There used to be, but it's really hard to say there is when Konami's reprinting literally everything. Everything that you want to buy, they're reprinting. Like, it's nutty right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Konami reprints the Bandai motherfucking cards around just to get you to buy them bitches. Like, it's crazy bad. With that said, there's still gems out there. Keep an eye out for those gems. I'll do more videos talking about what I think you should be buying. Once again, older deck cores are the key. Older secret rarities, older rarities in general are the key as well, that are really high in rarity. Because despite a reprint, the question you have to always ask yourself is, can it survive the reprint that it would get, even if of itself? And I do think reprints of, like, if Konami reprinted Star Trek and Ghost Rare, I think it's good, have good value, but the Duelist Genesis original print first edition Star Dragon Ghost Rare would smack the shit out of that card in value. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. It's your boy V. You boys all have a great day.